What is going on, guys? Splatoon global test fire is about to go down in just a few minutes. I woke up just in time. Set my alarm and my iPhone died. My brain still got me up because it's like, you know what? This is a super cool game and it needs to get played for the hour that I can play it. And then maybe for the other hour I could play it later today. How's it going, everybody? Deontay, how's it going, dude? Colin Scripter, that feeling when school. I know, dude. That feeling when school's going down is probably going to be the story for the majority of you guys. Because it's a freaking Friday. And it's probably not even... For everybody on the, at least Pacific time, at least on the West, it's probably you're still in school. The world, Lopez Joe, the world is cracking. Oh, we're gonna die. You should have turned that into a Splatoon joke, dude. You should have put Kraken, like the Kraken. Akamaga, dude, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, buddy. How are you doing? That's the better question. Welcome everybody to the Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire. This is pretty much our first chance to get a test out Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch. And we're going to be kind of reviewing it, and we're going to be trying it out and going ham. Hopefully, I can actually jump on and play this because Nintendo does not let me play, or my internet service provider does not let me play Nintendo games. So this is going to be a huge check to see if Nintendo's using dedicated servers for the games now. If they're charging us for online services, they better damn well be using dedicated servers. And we're about to see if that is true or not. So you can play Nintendo games online now, Xyacht. So see, Xyacht follows me on Twitter. He knows the whole ordeal I've been going through. It's stupid. It's some firewall in my modem. Something's going on, and they won't let me get into my modem. They're a bunch of little sissy babies. Anyway, let's get on with this. Battle with this weapon. So it looks like we can choose up to 4 weapons here. The Splat Roller, which used to be intense back in Splatoon 1. Splatter Shot, which is alright. It looks like there's a Splat Charger. It could be like a sniper type weapon. And the Splat Dualies. You know what? Let's try the Splat Dualies. Have not got to try that. Looks like there's a jetpack too. Spray ink from both of your hands with this new weapon type. Press B while shooting with ZR to roll in the direction you're moving. Wow, that's kind of interesting. You can roll twice in a row to cover more ground. I'm going to try that for sure. I played this a lot at SXSW. I find it a lot better than the original, even though it's seemingly not much difference. Searching for a battle to join. Has it already started? Yeah, dual wielding, Deontay. That's freaking crazy. When it did put me into the training mode earlier, I gotta say, I don't know what is going on with this game, whether it's the anti-aliasing or there's a resolution change or what from the Wii U, but the graphics on this game don't seem as crisp as they were on the Wii U. There's more detail in the specular highlights of the actual splats, but in terms of like anti-aliasing or the resolution, all the graphics just looked very jagged to me. Yeah, I don't expect too many people are going to be attending the stream for 2 reasons. School, and they're probably going to be playing this themselves. But the test fire hasn't even... Wait a second, did it start at 11:59? No. Alright, well, we're searching for a battle to join. I really like the backgrounds. It's kind of interesting. The other console is not responding. Alright, hopefully that's not bad news. I might not even be able to do this, you guys. It's 3 p.m. where I live, so I still got school right now. So you should be on the brink of getting out of school right now, shouldn't you? Anyway, how you doing, says Caesar Gaming? Dude, I'm doing awesome. How you doing, man? Just woke up. A little disappointed there's no coffee in the coffee pot. But I'll get by. Trust me, the graphics have improved along. Unable to connect to the other users' consoles. That is awesome. Unable to connect to the other person's console. NAT traversal process has failed. See? Nintendo has not done shit to fix their online service. All they've done is decided that they want to start charging people for it now. They haven't started putting up dedicated servers for this. This would be the time they put up dedicated servers for Splatoon, when they're testing it out, to make sure all the servers work. No, this is still console freaking playing, where everybody has to tie their consoles together and run their own server. So I don't even think I'm going to be doing a Splatoon stream, you guys, because I still cannot play Nintendo games online. Gosh, that makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. Not just at my internet company, but Nintendo too. It's like, why? This is 2017. Why can't you pull 2 cents out of your ass and set up a dedicated server? Old coffee pot. Yeah, freaking, there's no coffee in that coffee pot right now. Playing Smash on my 3DS right now. Gotta step up my Lucina game. Nice. Are you trying to go pro with Lucina or what? Well, this is it, guys. Nintendo has officially not done shit for their online services to improve them. The only thing they have done is tie your freaking Nintendo Switch to a cell phone and start charging you. And maybe give you a free virtual console game every month that can be connected to the internet and played with other people, which I won't be able to participate in because it's, well, I wouldn't even mind not having dedicated servers for something like that. But this is freaking Splatoon. This is one of their main freaking games. This is something that could be huge for them and they want to make sure that people have the most reliable online experience for this game, which I can tell you outright. When you're going peer-to-peer, it's not the smoothest, best online experience. You need to get dedicated servers. That's why I can only play Xbox online, Xbox One. That's why I can only play Battlefield and Halo Reach, because they actually have all dedicated servers that I can connect up to. It's not me connecting up to a bunch of other players and a server being freaking created between those players. Well, you guys, this was an awesome stream. I'm glad I could have a 7-minute stream trying to connect to a Splatoon server, and then realizing that Nintendo didn't do shit with their online services, and being super disappointed. It was great, huh? I'm so glad I got to share it with you 15 people. Oh, wait. You on YouTube, too? I was wondering where the other comments were coming from. YouTube and Twitch. Just recently, I've been restreaming to my original YouTube channel. Quick thing though, the only reason Nintendo's previous internet was free because the Wii sold well enough to cover internet costs and make it free, but for the Wii U's failure caused losses. You can't. I have to disagree. I think that Nintendo hasn't had an online service worth paying for, even back in the Wii days. They really haven't. I wouldn't even say it's worth paying for their online service for the Switch, because there's no online features right now. There's not even a freaking browser. That's why they're not even charging for online, because they don't have any online games, and they don't have any freaking online services. They don't even have Netflix or YouTube. They don't have shit on the Nintendo Switch right now. The Nintendo Switch is pointless to buy if you want to use it for multimedia. Which, I mean, I know Nintendo just wants to focus on you know, making this a gaming console firsthand, but at the same time, you have to realize that you pushed out a tablet, a touchscreen freaking tablet. What do you associate tablets with? Freaking YouTube, Netflix, watching videos, social media, Facebooking, networking, and Nintendo has given us a tablet with none of that. Absolutely none of that. I mean, you can post a picture to Twitter or Facebook from one of your screenshots, and that's where the functionality stops. Just make it peer-to-peer to make it free. If it's going to be peer-to-peer, why isn't it free? If Splatoon is peer-to-peer, there's nothing to pay for. Nintendo's not paying to hold up any dedicated servers. They're not paying for a server room with a bunch of computers hosting dedicated servers for Splatoon. So what the are they charging us for eventually? I know damn well that their virtual console games aren't going to use dedicated servers. They're going to be peer-to-peer as well. Gosh, man, Nintendo makes me scratch my freaking head. Well, I'm having a server issue too. I can get into a game for about 30 seconds. I'm going to try one more time, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. And I was so hyped to play this too. Just make it peer-to-peer free. Notice us. So I'm having server issues. Oh, hello there. What's up, Monado Fox? What's up, Electric Boy? What's up, Pixel? Want to play this new Splatoon game, but can't because I didn't get a Switch. You didn't get a Switch by choice, or you didn't get a Switch because you couldn't get one? What's up, Therafox, man? I don't know what to call you, freaking Killer Pirate or Therafox, man. I don't know, your name change is messing me up big time. Ah, that's great. That's great. You know what? I knew partially into this when I started setting up the stream that there was a possibility that I would not be able to get on because of the way my internet service provider has set me up, regardless of the fact that I pay $73 a freaking month for business class internet. And I've already called them. I've already bought new routers. I've already tried to get into the modem. It's something with a firewall. It's something that absolutely does not let me peer-to-peer with anything. I can't peer-to-peer at all. I can't even torrent. I can't even play Nintendo games. I can't play on my Wii U. I can't play on my 3DS. And now I can't play on my Nintendo Switch. I think I might call my internet service provider again and give them... The girl that I called, she was very rude too. I was like, you know what? The tech guy came out here and he gave me the password to my modem. I just can't remember the password to the modem. So I called you guys to get the password to the modem so I could log in and start messing with my firewall settings. And they're like, no, you can't do that. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to change your firewall settings. And I'm like, well, can you guys log into my modem and change it for me? And she's like, oh, we can't do that. We can check a couple things. And then she started checking it. And she's like, oh, there's nothing wrong as far as I can see. We're not blocking anything. And I'm like, clearly you guys are blocking something because I can't play a single freaking video game online out of Mario Kart, Splatoon, Smash Brothers, freaking anything between my Wii U and my 3DS. And at this point, now my Nintendo Switch. So clearly there's something not right here for this expensive ass internet that I pay for every month for a slow speed. I pay $72 a month for 10 megabits per second down to up. $72. Other people in my area, they pay $50 and they get 50 megs. And that's after a bonus of $35 for like 6 months or something. So, yeah, you guys, I'm pretty pissed off that Nintendo has done absolutely squat in their online journey here. That's one thing that I feel like a future game console, not even a game console, that a top-notch competitive game would use dedicated servers for the most reliability within a match. No, 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 no. This is Nintendo we're talking about. Nintendo is ancient, man. If they freaking can cut corners, they will cut corners, even if it's for their freaking most competitive video game probably that they've ever made. And I can't call Smash a competitive game because they deny its compatibility. Is that even a word, compatibility? Did I just make that up? Competitiveness? Compatibility? I should just change this to what's rant about Nintendo's online services for 15 minutes. What's up, Ivar? I guess we can look at the options. Tilt sensitivity, motion control, color lock. Guarantees team colors will be easy to tell apart during online multiplayer. I really wish I could experience that. Let's see if I choose a different gun. If I can get on. Whooper-taloo. What's going down? I'm so sorry, you guys. This was a completely failure of a stream. Did you even select a weapon? Well, of course. I'm not just gonna rant and rave about something that I didn't even test out. Man, I just can't believe this. Paying 25 euros for 100 megabits per second So that's like what, like 33 bucks or something, or like how you pronounce my name. It's kind of undoable in English if you want to do it right. Ivar Skulten? Ivar Skulten? Am I saying it right? Do I even have the right dialect? Deontay, psh, the stream is great. Just talking feels good. Well, thanks, man. Unfortunately, it did not all go according to plan. Darn it, Nintendo. On the good side of things, I can play Battlefield Online, and Battlefield Online is way funner than Splatoon, alright? Love Splatoon, but Battlefield 1 is way better. In my opinion, anyways. Well, you guys, I'm going to have to switch up the status quo, and since I'm just mindlessly talking about stuff right now, which I'll probably end up doing for the next hour, that the test fire is going on, and I'm not actually delivering you guys a test fire, I guess we'll do Binding of Isaac. How about that? Does anybody oppose Binding of Isaac right now? If anybody comes to the chat, just let them know, I guess, or I'll let them know that didn't go quite according to plan.
Lived alone in a small house on a hill.
But yeah, there was some weird anti-aliasing graphics or something. You said Ivar. Okay, did I say Ivar or Ivar? Ivar. Ivar Schotten. I don't even know. I feel like I'm going in the right direction though. Ooh, Binding of Isaac, says Deontay. Yes. This game is awesome for anybody who hasn't played it. Caesar Gaming does not like Binding of Isaac. You know what? I'm not even sure I fully understand what the Binding of Isaac is about and how to traverse this game. Maybe, who in the comments is a Binding of Isaac veteran? I feel like Switch OS is completely thrown together. Dude, I feel that same freaking way. Like, look at this. The UI, it's good and it's basic. I think it's got a clean design to it. But I don't understand how Nintendo did not throw in a browser. They did not throw in, you know, not help to get YouTube and Netflix on here. There could have been so much better planning to make this console release with a bang and explosion. I mean, it's already successful. You can't deny its successfulness at this point. It's looking like it could surpass the Wii. But you know what? There's so much more stuff in this OS that I feel deprived of, you know, for a new console. Especially, I don't even think it's the fact that it's a new console. I think it's the fact that it's a portable tablet. And so many times I grab that tablet and I want to prop it up on its kickstand and watch some YouTube while I'm working on my editing videos, or while I'm playing Battlefield, or while I'm laying in bed at night, because my phone is too small but my laptop's too big. Sometimes I don't want to have this bright TV, so I just want to take that perfectly sized tablet, kick it up with a YouTube video. But Nintendo rushed the hell out of there. I feel like the whole Switch was rushed. I loved the Switch to pieces, but it was rushed. Well, to be fair, most of the browser stuff was what allowed the 3DS to be hacked, so that's probably why. I mean, there's still web applets, though. People can still get into the Switch and hack it. They can still, I mean, it's not stopping anybody. Oh, did I go into greed mode? See, Nintendo, at this point, they can't get their security right. So they deprive consumers of actual features that they want. Modding the system is legal in most states, or not most states. It's legal in the United States. I mean, once you buy a piece of hardware, it's yours to use. Now, you know, modding and homebrewing the system, hackers can't release certain files that are actual copyrighted by Nintendo. Certain portions of the operating system are copyrighted by Nintendo. That's why Smee kind of developed his own homebrew launcher, which was perfectly fine. He developed his own file format, all perfectly fine. you know, figuring out the processor and how to make your own commands and the GPU and all that kind of stuff, all perfectly okay. So I don't understand why consumers ended up getting the shit end of the stick by not getting a browser, just because Nintendo can't get their security right and activists are being activists. And they should continue to be activists. You gotta also realize that these hackers, these hackers are the future. This is like, these hackers and activists are the future of technology. If that makes any sense to you guys. And this is just a clusterfuck. This isn't okay. How did I even last that long? What I'm trying to say is that, oh wow, that hackers, they hold a special point in our generation, in our point in time, where they're getting in and they're kind of forcing these big corporations to bundle up on what they're doing, and they add new features and new usability to technology that is already around us, and that's why I love it so much. I love to be able to help people to get more out of their hardware, more out of the technology that they bought. I mean, if you could get more out of your stuff, why wouldn't you? You know, you don't have to pirate and stuff to get more out of your system. That's not even getting more out of your system. That's just, you know, kind of messed up. But to each their own, as I would say. But stuff like homebrew, stuff like, look what happened with the 3DS. Look what with software-style video streaming. Look at homebrew. Look at improved emulators, screenshotting functions, homebrew games, custom themes. You know, all these different things that came out that provided more for the user to their system. God damn these things. These little yellow flies, they like move the way I move, and then when I move differently, they move into me. Hope to God Nintendo fixed their shit. I have played it. I felt like SwitchOS complete. Okay. Let's hope for homebrew soon. I think homebrew would be nice. It's gonna be a couple of years out, I would say though. Hello, what's up, Deadly Pop-Tart? Well, to be fair, most of the browser stuff, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. They're just being overprotective. No matter what they do, it's going to be hacked anyway. People always find a way. That's the thing. That's the key point right there. No matter what they do, it's going to be hacked. Browsers are hackable. That's just the nature of them. And I guess Nintendo is such a paranoid freak that they're freaking locking down their system and not giving consumers a browser, which... This isn't like a 3DS where people give two shits whether there's a browser or not, because it would be a shitty one and it's weird controls to browse the internet. This is an actual tablet with touchscreen controls that could actually function like a normal tablet that we expect it to, like an iPad or an Android tablet. So the fact that they deprived consumers right out of the gate of a browser to protect their own ass for a freaking minute, it's kind of ridiculous, because as soon as they release the browser, people are still going to find an exploit for it, whether they like it or not. People have exploited the PlayStation 4, they've exploited the PS Vita, the 3DS, the PSP, the DS, the Wii, the Xbox. I mean, every system has been freaking exploited. Nintendo is just literally delaying their own freaking demise of the Switch being hacked, and at the same time depriving their consumers. Just like for Zelda Ocarina of Time, they've messed with their consumers who play the game by slowing down the actual gameplay. Just to try to prevent people from using hacks to get into homebrew. Now, I'm not against them trying to do stuff to patch up hacks, because I'm sure if I owned my own game console and I wanted to avoid piracy, I would be doing the same thing. But to deprive the Switch of a browser because of that, I think that was a little too far and a little too paranoid. People don't even know the inside out of the system yet. And you gotta also understand, people have decent courtesy. They have courtesy to not let piracy go rampant on the system before it gets a good life. That's something you got to give Smee, Yellow's8, all those 3DS hackers credit for, is for specifically not making the 3DS piratable, by actually taking measures to make sure it's not pirated. And I don't think people respected that enough and honored that highly enough, because it was a noble thing to do. Because then you take out the argument, well, piracy leads to, or homebrew leads to piracy. Well, actually, we patched a bunch of stuff to make sure that it doesn't. NTR did not allow piracy. It did not allow signature patches. Oh, what the hell. Hire the hackers to develop the OS, because if you can't beat them, join them. They're trying to get them to join them. They've created a program that tries to encourage developers to submit their hacks and their exploits to Nintendo. The only problem with it is Nintendo did not develop a very good system for that. That would be good, that would actually want hackers to submit. What the heck is that red thing on the side right under my keys? Oh shoot. Pretty much Nintendo's kinda has some weird wording on submitting those hacks on their website. And so, you know, a lot of mainstream hackers aren't you know, submitting anything. And if anybody does submit them, it's not any of the mainstream hackers. It's probably somebody trying to make a quick buck at the expense of the 3DS community, hacking community. You unlocked the cellar. What was that? Magic mushroom, all stats up. Oh, that was a good one to get. The red pentagram under your keys. Oh, I'm in hard mode right now? Oh, shoot. Oh, I went from greed to hard mode, didn't I? I'm not gonna get very far. I'm not gonna get very far at all. No wonder the enemies are so freaking kind of hard. Ooh, bless me. Ouch. That hurt. Man, I'm really disappointed that I couldn't try Splatoon out right now. So there's an entire game I won't be buying because they didn't do dedicated servers. And I sure as hell ain't gonna buy Splatoon for the single player. Bless. Going to try Twitch because YouTube was being super delayed. Is it really? Colin Scripter, he replied to that within like 20 seconds. Ooh, what is that? Feel lucky. Well, maybe. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure I understand this game. Not the gameplay of this game, but the characters. Like, why? What are these supposed to be? If Isaac jumped into the basement because his mom was going to kill him because God told him to do so, what is all this stuff? Why is there golden poops in the basement? Why is there fat babies with 2 heads? Is this supposed to be something in my psyche that is being interpreted? Oh, and see, what are these things popping up? And what are they shooting? Are they shooting spouts of blood? Are they shooting blood? It's just a weird game, you guys. It's fun though. It's fun as frick. I've got this game for the new 3DS. I've got it for the Xbox One, and now I've got it for the Switch. So I've gotten this game 3 times, and it's still not worn out its welcome. Probably because all the times I've played it, I haven't really ultimately figured out how to play the game. Like, I understand the basic gameplay mechanics of the game. What I'm trying to say is I don't understand how to Did I not get the gold room? How to get super far? Like, what keeps people playing this game for hours and hours and hours? I can see why people could play this game, but is there like secrets? Is there, you know, every time you beat the game with Isaac, you get new content, like in the run, new enemies and stuff? See, I'm not sure I quite have got that part down of why people can sit and play this game for hours and hours and hours. Hey, look, there's a little guy. He's freaking drawn in the ground. Binding of Isaac is a very complex game. That must be it then. Because I heard the DLC they added wasn't really anything special for the regular Binding of Isaac player, but for the true fans, it added content that was deep into the game or something. I'm not really sure. But I always fight these same monsters over and over again. Monstro and the poop and the snake one, and I can beat Binding of Isaac a couple times, but I'm just not sure. Am I supposed to beat the game with all the characters? And each time I play the game, the characters are, like, their adventure is different? Like, where does all these hours of gameplay come in? Because I could not sit and play this game doing this, fighting these same enemies over and over, being on the same floors over and over again. Damage up, pentagram. Well, don't just let people fix exploits, let them actually give opinions on improving design and features. Nintendo accept criticism? What blasphemy is that? What's up, Dad Ice Bear? What's going down, buddy? Never mind, it's my internet. I'm gonna play the same time as you on my Switch. Nice, dude. Just wait till you get to the part with the laser shooters. Just wait, you'll get to till you get to the end of this run. It's just fun. The laser shooters, are those the like little guys with their arms and they have a little tiny head and they've got like, it looks like a female body part right as their main body, and they shoot lasers out of it, or sometimes they even shoot a little baby out of it. Oh, two of them. Wow, I got 2 speed ups right there. That was kind of lucky. Look at this, we got green ones, we got white ones, we got purple ones. Gosh, you guys, stop farting all over the place, please. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm getting cornered! Oh my gosh! What does this Bible thing do? What does that do? What did that... Okay. It spawned bombs. Whew! Thank goodness. Okay, what does this do? 2 of Hearts item multiplier. Can someone tell me what that exactly does? It's just fun, like playing Super Mario Bros. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Oh shoot, he's fired. Oh, what the? I did not see that there. Okay, that is a black heart, and I'm not sure how to get it. Is this Zelda? Can I move these? No. Why do I sometimes turn white? Do you see that, you guys? Look at that. Look at that! Why am I flashing? What the hell? Why do I blink when I get on a spider web? That's so weird. You need a special character item who can fly. Okay. I like having people who actually know how to play this game in the comments, because it actually... I want to know how to play this game and get the most enjoyment. I want to love this game like people love this game and put 600 hours into this game. I want to love it like that, alright? I want to put more hours into this game than Breath of the Wild. Alright, I am definitely not going in that door. Don't got enough health. Hey there, babies. You spin me. So let me ask you guys a question. Bomberman for the Nintendo Switch, is it worth the $50 price tag? I've been on the fence about 1-2 Switch and Bomberman R, and it's bothering me. I want to get a good, fun local multiplayer game, but just for $50 though, it seems so out of touch with the price. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh shoot. I was just trying to use my item multiplier. I got 2 on commands. That was awesome. Hold on, I'm gonna put some money in. That's a stupid one. Holy White Death. Hey, that one's kind of cool. I'll take that one. Yes, it's Bomberman. You'll get bored easily in Bomberman, trust me. See, I don't want that. I don't want a game I'm gonna buy and play a couple times, and it's just gonna sit there. That's not worth it to me, especially for a game that I've never cared too much for. The only reason I even want Bomberman is because it looks like it's got some fun uses for the 2 Joy-Cons. I want a game where I can bust out the Joy-Cons and play. Oh! I didn't realize I was so low on health. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off hard mode. I can barely beat it on easy mode. Okay, cellar. I've not been in the cellar. Oh, this is a new floor. That's kind of cool. I like that. Dude, oh my gosh. And I was doing a play of this yesterday, and I literally had like 5 or 6 little buddies following me. I had the most buddies I had ever accumulated. You love The Binding of Isaac. Nice, Manuel Ben. Welcome to the stream. Nintendo Gamer, of course I remember you, dude. I remember all the original Bit Crews. You need special character item fly. But dude, I literally had so many little characters following me, so many little buddies following me, I could not keep track of all the enemies on the screen, who was mine and who was theirs. I had like a little character flying around that was a bomb. I had like a dead one. I had one that wanted my money. Gosh, what did I, oh gosh. What kind of shooter is this? This is terrible. I also got an ability at one point where I could just walk through rocks and break them. That was an interesting run right there, because it completely changed the way that I explored each floor when I could just break every single rock. Get over here, you big baby. Widow. I have not fought Widow. Oh, he's a spider, like a Black Widow, but not really. Gosh, I did not like this projectile one bit. Ew, ew, ew. Ah, ew. So gross. Oh gosh, I'm not feeling too hot about this one. It's this, whatever this little shooter I have sucks freaking balls. Literally. Brown balls in particular. Ooh, ooh, I can't hit him! I can't hit him! Gosh! Come on. Take my little turds. Eat them! There we go. Now I'm gonna inject myself. Speed and shot speed up. Thank heavens, man. Look at that! I'm a spider now. I'm a widow. What is that? What is that? Do I power up? Why do I blink when I'm on these things? Where's Splatoon 2? Triggered Tux? Well, Splatoon 2, it's pretty much not a dedicated server, so I can't play on it, so. What's up, Manito? How's it going, dude? Do you have the other characters? I have a few of them. Kind of unrelated question, but do you use Linux on any of your computing? No. On my NES Classic Edition. Do challenges to get new items. Oh, so if I do the challenges, it will unlock new items for the main campaign, or for when I play the game, or what? I'm fighting Gertie right now. Gertie's pretty easy. I like fighting Gertie. Cellar 2. Oh, what are these? These are new. It's like little buttholes coming out of the ground. Oh my gosh! Don't hurt me, I'm a spider like you. I'm a widow. And that did not kill any of them. Gosh, stay away! Stay away! They can move the TNT, what? Stay away from me! Ah, I hate spiders. I'm a spider though. Believe me. Believe me, I say! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Oh! You motherfucking spiders, man. I got killed by a house spider. Alright. Oh well, I'm glad. That was not a good run for me. I was not feeling that run one bit. I wish there was a way to access web browser on the Switch. There kind of is, but it's not very fun to do. I got a plop. What does he do? Sorry, I'm back. My brother came back. I said hi to him. Nice, Luigi. Welcome back. The game you're playing looks fun but basic. It's actually that's the beauty of it. It's actually fun. It's basic enough to play, but it's complex enough to keep you here for hours. See, the reason I like this game is I could play this with like my girlfriend, I could play this with anybody, because all they gotta do is walk around, not get hit by shit, and just shoot. But it's complex enough that there's deep story, I think, in this game. There's deep unlockables, and each run is different, so you're kind of getting different items and you're transforming your character and building your character randomly and differently every time. It's kind of a beautiful, beautiful game. Duck Game, dude. Duck Game is gonna rock the Nintendo Switch. I hope Duck Game comes out like this summer or something. Ooh. I'm gonna promote, you know what? I'm gonna promote the hell out of Duck Game. I'm kind of sad because I feel like Duck Game is about to go from being this awesome little niche game that I know about to a mainstream game because it's so awesome. It's gonna be a mainstream Switch, not like a first party Switch title, but it's gonna be a very popular Switch game. I can already tell you that. It's gonna be very popular. Gosh, stop hitting me! Why does that little eyeball thing not do anything? He's not doing his part to exist in this world. The Book of Revelations has appeared in the basement. I don't know how to get to the basement. Gotta meet them all. What the hell? I got a little cube of meat. This looks fun. I think I'm gonna pick it up. Do it, dude. If you have Gamers Club unlocked, you can get it for like 30 something bucks, a little cheaper. How much better is this than this version of the 3D, or how much is this version better than 3DS version? Well, the 3DS version was Rebirth. This is Afterbirth Plus. So this has 2 DLCs with it. It has tons and tons and tons and tons of new content. Like, pretty much, I feel like it's almost like, not quite double the content, but it's got massive amounts of new content and playability, and there's some new characters, there's some new bosses, some new enemies, some new floors, and that's from Afterbirth Plus. Afterbirth itself had a bunch of new stuff in it, floors and enemies and bosses and stuff. So going from the 3DS version to this, you're getting a ton of new content. Plus you see that little thing on the side, on the left. That little thing right there is very nifty for knowing your statistics. Now I also gotta say the 3DS screen was much smaller. Okay, that was nifty. Thank you for that. 3DS screen was so much smaller too, so sometimes it would zoom in on certain rooms and you didn't have as much field of view. You couldn't see as much of what was going on. So on the Nintendo Switch version, you get more room to see. Ooh. Hopefully we beat this one, you guys. The basement is the first floor. The basement is... Oh. Okay. How do I get back to the first floor? My Wi-Fi has gone bad lately, so I can't upload that much. Dude, that sucks. What's going on with your internet? Is it your router? Or is it your actual internet? Sky Miners, what's going down, dude? Thank you for coming to the stream. That's awesome. I'm not feeling too good about this run. Oh, wait, hold on. I need that. I just turned that fly rogue. Because, I mean, we've already kind of gotten wrecked right out of the gate fighting that boss. Oh, gosh. Friends till the end. No, that's a good one. Did you beat Breath of the Wild yet? No. I pretty much haven't played it since the last time I streamed. I'm waiting to beat the game on stream. Reusable ranged bombs. Alright, that's not too bad. I could use that. So are you guys playing the Splatoon 2 Global Test Fire right now? Have you guys tried it? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Ooh. Man, Monstro in this skinny ass room. Throw bomb. Oh, did it hit him? Oh, it did. Good thing. Ooh. Booyah. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Oh, am I gonna get screwed? Tears plus shot speed up. Alright, that's nice. How many amiibos do you have, or too many to count? I would say I think I have around 50, high 50s, low 60s. Actually, since I just bought the new Zelda ones, I would say it's definitely up in the 60s. I'll have to go back and count. I haven't really checked, honestly. I don't even really care for the amiibo anymore. They're actually more of a nuisance than anything at this point in my life. God damn it! They don't provide me any additional content for games I play. Nothing that's really useful, except for... Oh my gosh! Freaking hate those things. Oh well, that was a shitty run. That was a very shitty run. If I didn't have to fight that freaking boss right away. The additional boss. I've honestly thought about just selling all my amiibos, because I don't feel like Nintendo did a very good job of giving them some functionality within games. As a Nintendo fan, I love them for you know, representing the characters in the physical form, but actually using it for the software side of things is pretty lame. Even for Smash Brothers, training a freaking AI, I feel like there's not even much like room to actually put some effect onto them. Amiibo Festival was trash. Happy Home Designer was not fun whatsoever for me. Mario Kart unlocked Mii costumes, and I didn't even care to play as the Mii anyway. I like to play as freaking... I would have preferred new character unlocks or something. Or vehicle unlocks. Something, vehicle unlocks or character unlocks, something, that would have been cool. What the fuck are you doing not playing the test fire, says Drake. Long story short, Nintendo didn't set up dedicated servers. So that's why I'm not playing the test fire. Because Nintendo hasn't done shit to upgrade their online services. Yes, I'm calling Nintendo out for that, because I would say that is something, when you're having a big online multiplayer game like that, you want dedicated servers. So that means that I'm gonna be enjoying another generation of games I can't play online. Awesome. No Mario Kart for me. No Smash Brothers for me online. No Splatoon for me online. No Fast RMX for me online. Well, maybe Fast RMX uses dedicated servers since it's not a Nintendo game. HP plus tears up plus shot speed down. I think I can deal with that. My shot speed's already high enough. I still remember when you only had 2,000 subscribers and you've grown so much. It was only last summer and you were streaming Mario Kart 7, Super Smash Bros. 4. I miss those days, dude. Those were such cool freaking days, hanging out with the community, streaming. My internet is the baddest ever. I think if you Google poop, you can see a picture of my router. I can't stream because my internet is so bad. Dude, that's retarded. Can you freaking... Is there any other providers in your area that could provide, like, unlimited internet? Or unlimited data? At a decent rate? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Gosh, this is one of the worst shots I've had. Look how much this takes to kill these things. Okay, this room I need a key. I've done a room, I found $1 in this game where I got 99 pennies. And that was awesome. I could spend my money on like everything. That was a good run. On that same run I had like freaking 19 keys too. Why do I flash when I'm in there? Gosh, this is a shitty run, you guys. Unless I get some... Oh my, I need to kill that thing. Oh my god. You know what? I'm about to just kill myself right now. I'm just gonna kill myself. That run was... Is each run just getting shittier than the last, or what? Oh, hallelujah. Golden door is right here. Tears up. But my range went hella down. I want to send you a link that will help you with items in the Binding of Isaac. Just help me out on stream, you know, if you see an item or whatever, just tell me how I can get better at this game. Tell me how I can improve my experience on this game. Because sometimes I have good runs, most times they're shitty runs. What's up, What's? Sky Miners, forgot to follow you. Well, get on it, boy. Why should we pay for it then in the near future? We shouldn't, really. There's no reason to pay for Nintendo's online service. They haven't done anything to make it any better. They're just like, oh, Xbox and Microsoft are charging for their online service. I think we need to charge for ours. Oh, but the thing is that Xbox and Microsoft actually give you free games every month that you get to keep forever as long as you pay for the service. They actually have dedicated online servers for their titles, their first-party titles, and they actually have a good store and services worth actually paying for. A good online party system, a good friend system, good chat system. I'm just, honestly, you guys, I'm finding less and less of a reason to continue to be loyal to Nintendo. Less and less of a reason. You know, and especially as a creator wanting to create, Nintendo doesn't not support me being a creator whatsoever in any shape, way, or form. They actually discourage me from being a creator for their characters and their whole world. I live and breathe Nintendo, and they freaking provide me low quality air. Love their games to pieces. Love their games to pieces. But them as a business, their business practices suck freaking donkey butthole. Did you graduated from school? Yep. I got my high school diploma. I went to college for a year. I got like a, what was it? Like scientific or certificate or something like that. I didn't end up. I quit school, for those who don't know. I quit school last semester. I didn't even finish my last semester. So I was in school for over a year, and after 1 year of my program, I got my science or my certificate. I don't know what the certificate was exactly, but it's a certificate stating that I know how to use, that I am fluent in graphic design, that I know what I'm doing with the tools that I've been taught to use. Pretty much, it just says that I know how to use graphic design. So if I ever need to, get an application for a job or anything like that, I can at least put that I got a certificate in college or whatever. I didn't end up going all the way and getting my 2-year degree. And this is why. People go to college to figure out what they're going to do in life, right? They go to college to try to a lot of people I know go to get their generals, and then they try to specifically pinpoint a career and follow that. Well, I went into college for graphic design, and this is when I already started my YouTube channel. And then I went to college. I already had experience with Photoshop, vast experience with Photoshop. I've already had experience editing videos. I already had experience mixing music, making graphics, from my game development days, and just running my own YouTube channel. So I went to college not to learn how to do graphic design, but to get better at it. And so after about a year of getting some additional knowledge and experience, and some professional knowledge and some professional experience of graphic design, I felt like I was not learning anything particularly new. This whole program was not really giving me exactly what I wanted. And I already was doing what I want to do in life, which is run my YouTube channel. That is my goal in life at this point forward, is to run a successful YouTube channel. And if I already know what I'm doing, and I'm already doing it, and I'm already in the process of it, what am I going to college for? If I'm already doing what I want to do, I'm just wasting my time. And so that's when I made the decision to quit going to college. I loved it. I loved the experience. I got a technical... Oh, that's what it is. It's a technical certificate. I got my technical certificate. I met some awesome people. Had a good time. Got some experience, some professional experience, professional knowledge. And now I'm out. Now I'm done. I don't feel like college was exactly benefiting any more than just generally using my YouTube channel from a day-to-day basis was. He wants to take your life. Oh shit. Oh wait, that's actually a good thing. Let's see what's going down. And I did graduate from high school, by the way. Graduated from high school, got my technical certificate in college. And why can't you play online on a Nintendo system? It's because my internet provider is pretty trash. Nintendo should learn that customer is always right. They should, huh? They should. But they don't live in America, where that's our philosophy. What the hell is that? That little face coming up. Love this game. By the way, great channel. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to, praise me in the channel. Like, it really means a lot to me, man. And are your parents angry at you? No, I live with my grandma. My mom kind of supports me for whatever. She was very proud that I went to college. My whole family was proud that I went to college, because a lot of my family didn't even graduate high school. And I graduated high school at a very hard time in my life, when I was kind of taking care of myself, living with different relatives, aunts, grandmas, living with everybody but my parents. And when I was at that point living with my aunts, they were just giving me a roof over my head. I was kind of taking care of myself. I was working at Scarrow Meats, freaking cleaning a butchering floor for minimum wage. I was going to high school. I was doing my senior project, and I was walking myself to school every day, walking myself home, making sure I even get to school. I was my own parent, and I'm proud of myself that I graduated. I'm proud because there was a point when I was in high school where I was like, you know, had to do a senior project and all this kind of stuff. I didn't even have a mentor, which was required. My mentor, you know, fell out of my hands, and I didn't plan on doing my senior project, which meant I couldn't graduate. So I was thinking about dropping out because, I don't know, I was not in a good spot. Like, I was kind of down in life. But you know what? I picked myself back up and I continued going, and hell, I got to walk, dude. I ended up doing my senior project right at the last minute. Got myself a really good mentor who really worked with me, and I got to give props to, because he kind of helped me. He kind of helped me cut corners. Literally, it was a teacher who was my mentor, and he helped me cut corners. Literally, we had to take a picture, a bunch of pictures of me working on my senior project, which was designing an educational video game. They had to take some pictures of me working on the game, and so he was like, hey, put on this other shirt real quick, because this was like the last day or the second to last day to work on this, and we had all year to work on this. I know I'm a procrastinator, but it wasn't just procrastination in this scenario. So he's like, dude, put on the shirt real quick so we can take some pictures of you so that you don't use the same shirt that you're going to use to wear to your presentation today. So I'm like, all right. So I freaking, I take off my shirt and put on this other shirt he gave me, and we took pictures, and then I put my regular shirt back on, and we went and printed the pictures and put them on the poster, and I went and presented the game that day to some teachers, and I passed with flying colors. I was the only person to make a video game for my project. How can I break boulders? Let's see what's going on. Nintendo should learn the customer's always right. Yeah. So yeah, my parents weren't angry. I don't even think my mom knows I'm not even going to college anymore. I feel like you can't compare Nintendo to Xbox and PlayStation. They do things differently than them, and they will probably never do the exact same things. And you're right. You can't really. You know, their business practices are entirely different. You're very right. But if they have set the standard and set the precedent for what a good online service should be, all right? They've set the market for years now. Now Nintendo's coming in the market thinking that they can set their own precedent, which in reality, you know, they're not charging as much as Microsoft or PlayStation, but at the same time, is it still even worth paying anything? Is it a true improvement over the Wii U or the 3DS or even the Wii? Is this online experience going to be any better? Is there going to be less delay? Is there going to be less pausing? Is there going to be less lag? Is it going to be easier to connect up to people? Is the party system going to be easy to use? See, all these things are not adding up in Nintendo's favor. There's not even a party system other than using your smartphone. And I can already tell you right now, as other people have said, what's the point of using your smartphone to talk to other people when you could just get on Skype? Mega Man. The only benefit I can see is that it could save you a couple times connecting up to one of your friends on your friend list through the app. And maybe that friend doesn't have Skype. Or maybe you're just not friends with them enough. You're just internet friends. So you don't have their Skype, or you don't have any of that information. I don't know. I'm not exactly head over heels excited for Nintendo's new online service, because I'm not able to play the Splatoon global test fire. That's already spoken wonders to me about Nintendo's new service. I can watch this amazing, let's see. Why would I watch a random dude playing Splatoon 2 if I can watch this amazing stream? Why are there only 14 players watching? Well, thank you, man. I wish I could be playing it right now. How do you record live stream the Switch? I've just got this little capture card I've got connected to it right now, and then, oh shoot, that capture card's connected to my computer. It's HDMI. I mean, you can get an Elgato or a capture card. It's not like the 3DS where you have no HDMI input anywhere on it. Oh, health up. Damn, dude. This is a good run so far. Finally got a good one. For every 3 bad ones, this is a good one. Look at him. He's crazy. He's crazy. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. He runs fast, too. Wow, annotating videos is being removed. That's kind of weird. Why are they removing that? I've never experienced online problems with Nintendo games aside from Animal Crossing. Yeah, I mean, they're depending on how good your internet is. And oh shoot! Oh lordy, oh lordy loo, oh lordy loo. This is not good. This is not good. Oh! I have to take a drink of water. I used to not have problems playing Nintendo games online, but now I can't because of the strict NAT, which, like I said, is fixed by having dedicated servers. Your online experience is completely enhanced when you have dedicated servers. That's what my one complaint about so far about Nintendo's online functionality. For a first-party game, as much as they're hyping up Splatoon 2 to be for competitiveness and to be this, you know, esports style game and stuff like that, yet they're still going peer-to-peer and not using a dedicated freaking online server. It seems ancient to me. First-party Xbox One games have dedicated servers. Even third-party Xbox One games have dedicated servers. First-party Nintendo games go peer-to-peer. And unfortunately for this YouTuber right here, I can't play peer-to-peer. I think you should change the game you're playing on Switch since it says you're playing Splatoon 2. I can't change it mid-stream is the problem. In fact, PlayStation does the same thing as Xbox, but you need to keep your membership going to play the game. And that's how it should be. That's why I don't understand why Nintendo would give you a free game and then take it away the next month and give you a different game. What's the freaking point of that? Alright, I'm gonna go one more round here, you guys. Hopefully, just cross your fingers and... I was gonna say something else, but... Just cross your fingers and hope this is a good round. And that I beat the game right here for a second time. Because I'm on a horrendous winning streak right now. How can I make me win more at this game, you guys? How can I up my chances of winning? Is that possible? Or do you just have to be super skilled and patient? Because I'm not patient. I already hate having to wait in the mail when I order something from eBay or Amazon. I hate that wait. Spiders, please leave me alone, buddies. Actually, they're not my buddies. Whew, there's the golden room. What is this? Toxic aura tears. Oh my gosh, not this again. Toxic aura tears is no bueno. I'm gonna try the end card now. I'm just finishing uploading a video. Took 3 days to upload due to bad Wi-Fi. Dang, dude. What engine was you using when you created the game on college? It was actually high school. I want to create games right now. I use Game Maker Studio 2 because coding is easy and I'm a noob. I used Dark Places, which was a heavily modified version of the Quake engine for PC. It allowed a lot of cool effects like modern particle effects. It allowed dynamic lighting, shadows. It was pretty much Quake with a good set of modern features. That's what I ended up making. It was called The Spanish Conquest of the Aztec Empire. It was a very simple game. Basically, I modeled all the models, I animated them, I coded the entire game, I created the map, I textured everything. And the biggest thing I was proud of... Oh, and I voice acted it all. Matter of fact, I want to get back that game and try it again. God damn it. That game... all you did was you were on a boat and you walked around, alright? You walked around and you just talked to all the people on the boat in a certain order, and they told you the story of the Aztec, the story of how the Aztecs were conquered by the Spanish conquistadors. That was the entire game. And I was super freaking proud because I had coded at that point a feature I had never coded before, and that was for characters' heads to be able to turn and look at you when you walked by. That was the biggest freaking thing for me ever. Well, at that point in time, when I created my own AI system, when I created my own artificial brain, that was probably the biggest thing. No, not probably. That was my biggest, most proudest moment of my entire life. Was creating a brain, was creating an artificial mind to be able to actually function with a game. I created an AI system that was portable, that could be adapted to create different types of monsters and enemies and characters. And I created my own pathfinding system, and I was using like actual scientific freaking scientific algorithms and stuff to create my node system for how the AI tracked things and how they went from node to node, and how they it was something I could talk about for hours, just creating my own artificial mind. Now, I'm not saying my artificial mind was the most intelligent, but I'll say that it was pretty freaking awesome for not being a professional coder or anything like that, and for being self-taught, and for not knowing how AI should fully work. So this is what I did. If any of you guys are interested in hearing more about this story, so back when I was making Halo Revamped for the PSP, back when I was learning how to code and stuff like that, there was this AI that was written by, I think his name was Ryan Frick, or something like that. He created this bot system that's currently used and revamped for 3DS called the Frick bot. And it was a very intelligent bot that acted as players, as a player, and collected weapons and did the objectives, and it was just meant to act as an artificial player. It wasn't meant to act as a simple monster or anything like that. It was pretty complex AI for Quake. So he created that, and I tried to modify that to try to do different game modes. Like, I tried to modify the Frick bot to be able to go capture flags in Augustine, which was my next game after Revamped. And I had partial success with it. I had some success, but they just weren't the most efficient at it. And so I coded them to do different things, like go and pick up my own weapons that I coded. Is this a butthole? What's in there? Oh, it's a belly button. And as much as I liked the Frick bot, they just weren't up to my quality of how I wanted these AI to function in my game. The Frick bot was a very adaptable, game logic driven AI that quite used the engine quite well. Used the Quake engine quite well. So I studied the Frick bot when I was trying to figure out how to get my bots, or get the bots to go pick up the flag, return the flag, to be able to go and oh, here we go. This was what I was trying to do. Zombies. I created an infection mode in Augustine, and the zombies were alright at it, but they just weren't the best. And no matter how much I coded them different priorities to try to get the humans, they went and got the humans, but they were weird, they were wonky, they just weren't what I envisioned my zombies to be. So that's when I set out on a journey to code my own AI system, and it took me a couple weeks to code my own AI system that would function as the zombies I wanted. So I coded my own AI system. I coded my own pathfinding system, which was probably the biggest thing I've ever coded. Pathfinding for the AI. Huge pain in the ass. Biggest pain in the ass ever. And then the other thing that I coded them how to do was I coded them priorities. I coded them up to 4 different priorities, and they stacked, and they constantly changed the stack based on a bunch of different factors. Pretty much their health, depending on their health, depending on where they were at in the map, depending on what game mode they were in. All these different factors kind of constantly changed up the stack. If they were getting low on ammo, then getting a new gun went higher priority into the stack. If there was enemies near them but they didn't have much ammo, they wouldn't necessarily run to still go get a gun. They would go and still fight the player if they felt they needed to. But if there was a gun in range, you know, they might make the decision to run away from the player and go get the gun. I mean, it was little things like that you just expect the AI to do, but you have to code every little instance of every little part of their brain, and you have to try to pave a way that they can kind of make their own decisions for your game world. And so I didn't just use these AI system that I created for Augustine. I ended up making my own 2D/3D top-down Call of Duty Nazi zombies style game, and I adapted my AI to work for that too, because I had already created a pathfinding system, and I basically modified and adapted the pathfinding system for that game so that the enemies wouldn't recognize the paths in the map unless certain doors were unlocked. And of course, you know, they had to break down barriers first, and they had to, you know, all go for the enemy without crowding each other and walking into each other and walking into walls. And oh man, AI, like, it's complex. It's very complex. And that's my story. What's your favorite item from your Nintendo collection? That's a good question. I would have to say my 3DS. For sure. 3DS is awesome, man. And it's gotten me very far in my YouTube channel. Do you have a video about that game you made in college? Let me check, dude. I'm freaking curious if I ever uploaded anything of my game. If I uploaded it to the internet for people to play or try. I think I might have videos. No, I don't even have a video on it. Where would I have uploaded this to? Matter of fact, you guys, I haven't played my own game in so long that I actually want to play it again and re-experience that. Hold on. I'm trying to log into my account here. There we go. Okay, hold on. TCPixel on ModDB. Yeah, if you guys ever want to check out all my old game development, my old art, anything, you know, up to the point where I created my YouTube channel, you can check out my ModDB profile right there. It's interesting. It's my history preserved of everything I've ever done, all the animations I've ever made, all the different little graphics I've designed, stuff that I'm proud of, college projects, you know, games that I've worked on, games I've collaborated on, stuff I've drawn, my own art that I've made. You guys, if you go to my ModDB, you can actually see this Zelda fan game I was making. I still have the project for it. If I had enough drive, I could actually go back and continue working on this project because I still have all the raw files. It was a Unity project, and it was basically Zelda 4 Swords 3D, top down, and it was going to be just a simple deathmatch. And it was going to be, you know, you could connect up to 4 controllers, use controllers, battle it out, just a quick little game. I was planning on adding, you know, hearts in all the corners. It was going to be awesome, and I got pretty far. And I did all the work by myself. I coded the entire game up to the point where it had a dynamic camera, had had animations you could roll. The camera was dynamic to all the players. I made my own movement system. I love talking about my old game development days because I miss those days. I miss creating my games because it was feeling of utter satisfaction. Okay. Here's some pictures of my game. This was, you gotta remember I was a high school student, and this was me doing everything. I guess I'll post in the YouTube chat too. That was my game. I posted the link. It was my senior project. It was basically you're just hanging out on a ship. I made all the graphics and stuff. I mean, You see that it doesn't look completed in the pictures, but it actually was completed. I made all the little oh man, I love the textures on the oh boy, gosh, I love that. I was gonna make it so he could pull out his sword too, but I'm like, for what? What would he do? Man, did I ever release a download for that game? Let me check my media fire. I know I've released some of my projects. If I never release that game, you guys, I'm gonna be so freaking disappointed. Alright, let's check. Alright. Oh yeah, another thing I did was back in the PSP days, I made this this mod for it was called Lamecraft. It was, if any of you guys remember Lamecraft. Another thing I did was back in the PSP days, I made this I basically made this mod for Lamecraft, and I added a bunch of like features and stuff to the game. Like I added like a blood moon, I added a health system, I added all these different types of things within the game, and it was like it was called like random stuff mod or something like that. And it got super popular, and I kind of left a little bit of a legacy making that mod because it was the most popular mod there for a while. Stuff like that, you guys. I feel like I'm proud of places that I've been and things I've done in my life, just with creating, just because it's, you know, you leave a little bit of you in these places, and it's cool to fill that creative gap and to be able to have an impact. Game, let's see, is it in here? I even created my own Slender game too. I should play that on a video one of these days. I should just go back and play all my old games I've made. No way, you guys. I uploaded it. 2013. March 22nd, 2013. I'm downloading this, you guys. I'll mirror and upload if you guys want to try it out yourself. The Spanish Conquest of the Aztec Empire game that I made for my senior project. You need to update your profile picture on ModDB Pixel. It says 4K. Does it really say 4K? Damn, I do gotta update. Yeah, I'm in first class middle school. I am in my class, kind of the tech guy. I'm really into programming, so I think this story is awesome. Dude, thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I absolutely, as you guys can probably tell, I got a kick about talking about my game development days, because it was a time where I was very quiet in life. I was attending a school in which I had no friends whatsoever. I was, you know, my dad had just gotten divorced against his own will, and we were living in my grandma's basement because we had nowhere to live. And you know, I was staying in this little living room down in the basement and had a computer, and I just kind of like I just started like messing with stuff, you know, with Quake, and Halo Solitude was coming out, and it got leaked, and I was messing around with that, modifying it, and modifying Kurok, modifying Quake, and that's how it all started, you guys, was fiddling. That's how I think some of the greatest minds are created. That's how some of the greatest things are created, is fiddling. I'm sure that's how 3DS hacking was created, was by fiddling, by you know, Smee had to just have been an activist, an enthusiast for hacking, and that's how the 3DS scene probably came to be. I don't know, I could be wrong. I don't know about Smee's entire history, but the point still stands that a lot of great things come out of enthusiasts. Who knows? Smee could be a professional software engineer for all I know. Back again, my phone fucking threw up on itself. What did I it threw up on itself? Damn. Get it a bib or something, dude. Pretty much we've just been talking about game development stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, I really want to go back and finish that Zelda 4 Swords deathmatch game I was working on. I feel like that would be fun. Like, it would be simple. I'm not saying I would go very far into it, you know, to make it this big, huge game, because I wouldn't. But you know what? For that game, I didn't rip any assets. I didn't rip anything. I created and modeled and animated all of the assets myself in that game. The trees, the bushes, the character. And I was just going to leave Link with no expression on his face, you know, just leave him with a blank face, because the face isn't even really important. The importance is that it resembles Link. And I even modeled the sword, and I even got his hat. I got it to be all physicsy and stuff, so that as you walked around and ran around, his hat, like, fluttered around. It was the coolest thing ever. And I could just imagine myself, like, making a couple of different maps for it. So, okay, let's realistically look at everything I had left to complete with that game. I had to create the hood. The hood was one of the biggest problems. I don't know how to draw 2D graphics very well. Like coding 2D graphics. I can draw them, but I cannot code them very well. So I need to code in a life system. The life system's easy. All life is the value. Now, what is hard is drawing the hearts. See, I'd probably go a very basic approach at first. Instead of making it so that the hearts turn into, like, quarters and stuff like that, or halves even, probably just go full-on hearts, give each player, like, 5 hearts, and just go solid hearts, so 5 hits each. But I had plans for doing stuff, like I had created an animation for picking stuff up, too. So I had anticipated that players would eventually be able to pick up bombs, and be able to throw bombs as well, and be able to pick up little items off the pedestals, just like in 4 Swords, and use them accordingly. This is the problem with it today, is that I haven't coded in C# in at least 3 years. Actually, 2 years. Huh? No, maybe it has been 3 years. I don't think I worked on this project since like 2014. I haven't coded in C# in that long. Not only that, but I'm super busy with my YouTube channel. I'm super busy with working and stuff. I just don't have time to invest into a free project that won't get me publicity. It won't make me any money. It won't do anything really but fill my own creative void. And if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just work on my YouTube channel. Because I'm not trying to be a programmer or anything. I'm not trying to be a software engineer. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, the time investment, it's just a sink. It's a time sink. And I'm gonna die. Oh boy, I'm not gonna win. Oh no. Oh gosh, that rock saved me big time. Oh shoot! Don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. I'm so scared, you guys. No. Please, eyeball things, spare me. Oh my gosh. Oh! Frick. Damn. Is C# easy to learn? It's object-oriented programming. So every object you spawn into the world, every class you create, you can create properties for said class. So everything that you put into the world is an object that you can put into a class, and that you can give different properties to, and that you use those properties to affect the game world, basically. That's my understanding of C#, and that's how I understand C# to be anyways. And that's how QC is, just like Quake. So that's how I was able to latch on to C# so easily, was because QC was object-oriented programming. I learned I was able to wrap my brain around object-oriented programming when I was doing Halo Revamped, Augustine, when I was helping out. I helped out a little bit for Nazi Zombies Portable. Didn't do a whole lot, but I was part of that team for a little bit. Smee did some DS hacking, but not much. He made some Portal-like games, so he knows how to program. So, hey Pixel, how is this game? What kind of game is this? This is Binding of Isaac. It's a, gosh, how would you describe this game? Is it a rogue? A rogue floor? I don't even know, but basically you go through each of these different floors, you get random power-ups, and as you go through the game, you randomly power up your character, and you just try to make it to the end with your randomly powered up character. And every run you do, you get different power-ups, and it's completely different, and there's different floors and different enemies, and it's just a lot of fun. So I would say this game is very much worth the $40, because you get all the DLC with the game. All the DLC for this game you get with the Switch version. Plus you get it on the go, and you get it on your TV. You get 2-player with Joy-Cons. I think this is the optimal version of this game, is on the Switch. And you do get $40 worth of content here. This is not like Bomberman R, where you're not getting, you know, $50 worth of content, or once you switch, this is you're getting your money's worth. Oh frick. Magnetic Tears. Lately, I've been reading through the 3DS kernel a lot lately, and I have some 11.3 exploits brewing. So, 11.3 exploits, I mean, what the hell? Like, what kind of exploits? Go further into that. Are you a developer? I mean, a 3DS hacker? Can you do some programming tutorials or something? I'm really liking it. I have done some programming tutorials. If you guys wanted to modify Quake and get into Quake modding, if you go back to my other YouTube channel, MexiCougar, I have a 6-part series going over the basics of how to code in QC, which is an object-oriented programming, and that should get you initially into QC programming and modifying Quake. And I would say Quake is a really good basic game to get into. It's lightweight, it runs on lots of computers. The programming language will help you learn the basics of what you need to know. It's slightly different from other programming languages, like how I mean, it uses semicolons and stuff the same, but just the structure of it is slightly different. But trust me, once you get the grasp of QC, you'll understand the differences of what it and C# have, and they're minor. Back, awesome, you're still streaming. Faux show, dude. I'm probably not. This isn't a good. Okay, still nobody has told me how I can win at this game more, because I've done nothing but lose like 6 or 7 times in a row. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Come on, Lord of Flies, please die. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, 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 oh. Don't come for me. Speed plus shot speeds up. I'm really glad my parents bought a new 3DS and I started looking into modding it. That's how I found your channel. Dude, 3DS modding is where it's at. I think 3DS modding is... I think there's still a little bit more left for the 3DS modding scene to still thrive off of. I don't think the Switch has killed the 3DS modding scene, but it has been quiet for a minute. But I'm glad you found my channel, man. I'm glad you guys watch my channel. You know, I'm hoping that Switch will get hacked down the line, and that I can, you know, extensively cover that. It's a shame I couldn't have covered the PS Vita scene, because I never had a PS Vita. Well, I've had PS Vitas, but I don't have one right now. All right, this seems like a lot of blowing up for nothing. Mostly reversing DS download play protocol because DS titles get way too much NAND access. Really? Oh, I do know that the DSi titles, that's how downgrading happens, but... what is your real name and what do you think about SIGHACKS? I think SIGHACKS, if it ever truly comes out, I think that'll be a big thing. I think that could change the way the 3DS hacking scene operates. What's up? How do you pronounce Thihis Habing? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce some of these names. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see something here. The Conquest game finished downloading. Let me throw it onto my desktop. We'll see if it works. Maybe I'll switch the stream into this for a sec. Yep, this is it. Man, what's up with Twitch? Twitch is just dead. It will not open the folder. There it goes. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Here, I'm gonna switch it over from the Switch real quick. Gosh, I can't get it to look at that window. There we go. Conquest. No, that's not it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to not full screen this. There we go. There we are. Okay, let me put this onto OBS. What the hell? Hold on, you guys. This is stupid. Why is it doing this? It will not let me pick up that stupid window. This is what is up with today? Like, stuff just does not want to work today. And it's really upsetting me. I can't just pick up the frickin' game window. It's right down there. Man, I just love this. I just love how technology hates to work. Well, you guys, how do I make this work? Here, let me try something. The funny thing is, it just absolutely refuses to pick it up. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna connect it up to my capture card. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. Just bear with me here. Let me get my YouTube and everything pulled up so I can at least see what you guys are saying. See, I can still find solutions to stuff. Alright, let's see here. What did I miss? Are you guys frustrated as all hell? Change the stream title. I can't change the stream title during stream. That's why it's not been changed. Do you got like a stream scheme? A stream scheme? I think so. Did you watch the new AVGN? Yeah, dude, I loved it. What did you think about it? I love how he made the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers song merge with Angry Video Game Nerd. It's pretty awesome. Also, I've slowly started to learn how QR code decoding works in different parts of the system. Dude, that's kind of cool. You're kind of learning all kinds of different stuff. Let me shrink that down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, you guys are about to see. I just can't change the name of the stream while I'm streaming. I'd have to stop the stream to change it. Is the Switch HDMI encrypted? No. Actually, I don't know. I can run it directly through a capture card if that says anything. I'm just listening to this in the background while chilling in other places. That's kind of cool. Streamception. All right, this, you guys, dun 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 dun. This is my game. This is my senior freaking project. Is there any audio? Let me see. I'm so happy that this still exists. I freaking grabbed the or the Switch controller to try to play this. Okay, where is the audio coming through right now, though? Okay, sounds like it's coming through. Okay, so this was my game. Here, I'll turn this that way so you can see me. Maybe you can see me now. So this is my game I created back in high school by myself using the Dark Places engine. Hold on, can you guys actually hear the sound effects though? Yep, it looks like you can. Okay, I think we're all set here. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Let me stick it into... We'll go 720p. There we go. So this was an official project I made for school called the Spanish Conquest of the Aztec Empire, which was that time back in history when the Aztecs got freaking murdered by the Spanish conquistadors. So this was back on the Dark Places engine. I mean, it's kind of an older engine. And this was back before I really got like into coding my own AI system, before I really started figuring all this kind of stuff out. Another thing is that Dark Places doesn't use a very good, well, the original Quake maps, they only let you use brushes. They didn't let you use planes. So you couldn't make dynamic, or not dynamic, you couldn't make very complex maps. They were always going to be blocky because you're always working with blocks and carving block, or you're carving those blocks to create shapes. So everything you see here is a block that's been carved out, and that's just how it was. And I tried to utilize all the knowledge I had at that point, and in the time frame I had, I only had a couple days I worked on this, and I had to create textures, I had to create code, I had to create the world, I had to just create everything. Now, something I didn't end up doing because I didn't know how to is I didn't know how to fade the water graphics into the backgrounds. I beyond me how to do that, but Skybox, wow, there's so much wrong with this at the same time, but at the same time, I'm just happy I created this, and you know what? I got a very good score on this for my senior project. Very good score. So, basically, you just walk around and talk to people, and they tell you the story of what happened. Will we hear High School Tevin in this game? You might actually. There's if you guys are interested, there's a video on my old YouTube channel about we all had to take our senior projects, create a billboard, and we had to go into the gymnasium, and teachers, students, people in the community got to come and see everybody's senior projects and talk about them. My senior project was super badass because I freaking made a video game, and I actually made a couple of them. And so I had 2 different games I had on display, and I brought my laptop, I brought a freaking game controller, I brought a TV. Freaking people were coming over to my booths and they were gaming, dude. Even other students were coming over and they were just sitting at my booth and playing games. I was like, you can't freaking get me for that. I made these games. But if you can hear kind of subtly in the background, there's like, you can hear the ship. And yeah, I love this so much. Oh man, there's just so much history to this for me. My worst thing I could do is 3D modeling, so that's why I made these super basic bubbly characters, because this was my best ability. And then I tried to make some Aztec weaponry right here, so I made like a bow, and I didn't texture them because texturing's hard. I'm surprised I textured the characters I did. But there's like an Aztec sword, which was like, or not a sword, it was like a bat, and then they would put like shards of like rock and stuff and to make it spiky. So it was kind of like a club. That's how they would make their weaponry, and then they had like shields and bows and stuff. I had to do a whole lot of research about that. So there's all these different guys. Oh, this guy was special because when you walked up to him, he put his arms down because he's just so happy about life. Yep. Put your arms up, dude. How did I do that? Was that an animation? Man, I was so freaking proud that I made it so that their heads, they look at you, and they look at you only at a certain degree. That was one of the coolest things I remember when I was coding it. I was like, wow. I was like showing my dad and everybody. I was like, dude, look, they turn their heads. That's like so awesome. And you do walk this slow, because I had to make it so you didn't complete the game in 2.5 seconds. And so you want to follow this little beacon. And they all kind of have I textured them all differently, so they've all got their own little faces and sort of personality. Did they put it? I think it was obsidian. You might be right. So let's go talk to this gentleman. How do I talk to him? Hello there. Can I speak to you? How? Oh my gosh. Why are these white? Oh, I made it so you could climb the ladder with an animation. Holy shit, pat myself on the back, man. Who is this guy that I am even? I love that, how they have their arms crossed, and then when you walk away, they... little stuff like that. I love that. Look at... Oh my gosh. Did I really freaking do that? Did I really freaking put an island in the skybox that I probably downloaded from the internet? From Unity, I think? I really photoshopped an island in there. Oh boy, I love it. What's up, old man? What's the controls in this game? Man, that off-center texture, though. I love it. It's got... Oh, look at the top of the skybox. It's not even right. I'm pretty sure... I wonder if this was not my full version of the game, or was it my full version? I don't know. But if we walk into here, it goes into a first-person mode, and it's got the Spanish used armor... Oh, so when you look at the paintings, it gives you some information about them. Some of them. Or all of them. The Spanish used armor for most battles, but abandoned it when it came to the Aztecs. For the Aztec weaponry wasn't very powerful. Taking off the armor took a lot of weight off of the conquistadors. The Aztecs used various kinds of weaponry, such as the macajito, the Aztec version of the sword, clubs, spears, lances, atolls, bows and arrows, slings, and shields. So that's kind of right there was that weapon that I had designed. I think I had designed a spear too, but I hadn't put it in the game yet. When Cortez and his men came to Tenochtitlan, the Aztecs mistook him as the returning of their god and treated him like so, and that was their biggest mistake. The Aztecs sacrificed people to their gods. The Spanish hated them because they took some of their people from their newly created colonies and sacrificed them. I'd be kind of pissed too. The Aztec colonization map. The Spanish were first to... Oh, hold on. I'm not looking at it. The Spanish were first to bring horses to the North American continent. When the Aztecs saw them, they had no idea what they were. Alright, so that was just a little information room. This guy is missing an eye. So tell me what you know, bro. What is the button I must press to... Didn't I make it so you could pull out your sword? What are the impulses? What in the world, man? I gotta be facing him? Press the E button is what I'm used to. Let's see. Hold on, maybe this is what's wrong here. Maybe I must start game. Go learn about the Spanish conquistadors. That was the objective. Go this into full screen. Put on apply. There we go. Oh, that's pretty good. All right. I could no clip too. I could turn cheats on and no clip. Maybe the spacebar. Oh, look at this. Look at this. There we go. I figured out the buttons weren't binded or something. Look at this. Infajump. That I remember. Oh man, I remember I put that in the game, and then I never took it out because, and I never showed any of the people I showed this game to that you could infajump because I wanted to keep it in. So you can infajump. Oh, what's this? It's an Easter egg. Look at this. It's a platformer now. My game just got exponentially better. And the reason that I can be almost off the edge is because Quake only had 2 bounding box sizes, which was player size and monster size. And I think I had to make... I think mine was monster sized because of just the size of the player. I don't know. Alright, I think we can go talk to him now. Good thing we can Mario jump too, right?
On April 1519, a fleet of 11 Spanish galleons dropped an anchor on the island of San Juan Ula. There was 550 Spanish in total, as well as 16 horses, which happened to be the first of their kind in North America.
Okay. Now I'm remembering my friend Chris, who's not my friend anymore. He helps me voice act this game. So that was my friend Chris right there. And you basically go to each of the little beacons and you talk to them, and they tell you the story of what happens.
The Spanish created a settlement, as well as alliances with nearby natives. He then headed inland towards the city of Tenochtitlan, conquering and creating alliances along the way.
Alright. That was a little deep. He had a little deep of a voice. What about you?
The Spanish did not like the Aztecs at all, for they took their people to sacrifice to their gods. When Cortés arrived in Tenochtitlan, he was welcomed with gifts and treated as a god.
Who's... Oh, look at this! Look at this! I found the speed boost. How did I leave this in? How? I would buy this if it was on Steam or something. I can't believe we voice acted this game. What up, buddy? This guy, he kind of looks like One Punch Man, this guy does, doesn't he? He kind of does, dude. His face. Here, let you get a better look at it. Let me see if I can turn on. Oops. Maybe not. Let's see if I can get behind him. I mean, look at that. Does that not look like One Punch Man, kind of? I don't even watch One Punch Man, and I think he kind of looks like him. Anyways, let's talk to him.
Tensions eventually arose, and Cortés took King Montezuma captive. Montezuma, too, was eventually killed. Most historians aren't sure of his death. After he died, however, the Spanish tried to flee from Tenochtitlan, as they were being attacked by Aztecs. Nearly 2/3 of the Spanish were killed.
Okay, that was my other friend Chance. I still play Battlefield with him. I got to send this game to my friends and make them see this game again, because I totally forgot they helped voice act this game for my senior project. What's up, Captain?
Later on, Hernan Cortés returned to Tenochtitlan with the help of his allied natives. After a 3-month battle, the Aztecs were finally conquered.
You should have had a more old man voice, now that I think of it. We still got a couple. Let's get there quick, boys! What up, dude? You're happy.
The Spanish weakened the Aztecs by giving them various diseases.
Oh, that was a good line right there. Alright. Let's just do this. Because it's easy. Oh, shoot! I'm gonna drown! Oh, wait, I'm not. Oh, wait, the water actually has reflections. That's actually pretty dope. I should have made this map way bigger. But I didn't have a good computer at the time, too. I was running... You guys gotta realize, I made this game on a freaking potato laptop. That's probably why I couldn't push this game to the boundaries. That's why I didn't have dynamic lighting and specular maps on this, and freaking bump mapping and freaking all that goodness, because I couldn't push very much graphics on, because I had just a shitty little laptop.
Cortés found in Mexico City on the ruins of Tenochtitlan.
Oh my god. Oh boy. I like how they all have different faces, though.
Hernan Cortés feared that some of his men would try to escape, so He sunk his ships before going to Tenochtitlan.
Is that it? Hold on, can I come back and talk to him again?
The Spanish weakened the Aztecs by giving them various
I
diseases.
thought I put like a little Easter egg in this game.
The Spanish weakened the Aztecs by giving them various diseases.
I swore.
Ferdinand Cortez feared that some of his men would try to escape, so he sunk his ships before going to Tenochtitlan.
I feel like I can take out my sword somehow. I feel like I designed that to take off my sword. Let me look at the code real quick. It would have been in, if I did do that, it would be in weapons.qc. Gosh, why is my computer being so laggy? Alright, let's see if I avoid use weapon. Oh my goodness. I never finished the code for using the sword. I'm laughing so hard, crying at the same time. Dude, I legit almost coded in the sword. Almost. So close, yet so far away. Wait, hold on. No, that's switching weapons. Did I put in an Easter egg? Check. Oh, no. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Nope, I almost coded it. I could probably actually still code it, but not even worth the time. But yeah, that was my game. That was my senior project. I passed high school with this game. Alright? I don't care what you guys think, I passed high school with that game. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to end off the stream. It's been 2 hours. Didn't even get to do the Splatoon live stream, but you guys still hung out anyway, so thank you so much, guys. You guys rock. Man, what am I going to do today? It looks like it's going to freaking rain out there or something. I kind of wanted to go on a walk or something today. I don't know. I don't know. Without this game, who knows where you'd be. That's... Yeah, I mean... I would say even before this, I would say without Halo Solitude, where would I be at in life? Halo Solitude for the PSP changed my life. A homebrew, a freaking homebrew changed the entire course of my entire existence. All right, drastically, because Halo Solitude got me into modding, or I was already into modding my PSP, but Halo Solitude got me into tinkering with code and tinkering with game assets and tinkering with textures and maps. And I started getting into making maps, and then I started getting into making textures for maps, and then I started getting into adjusting values within the code, like changing how much ammo or health you have, following little tutorials, adding stupid stuff into the game that doesn't make any sense but helps teach me how to code. Then that brought me into project after project after project of game development, sharpening my skills more and more to the point where I was able to make my own game for the senior project and pass high school with my skills I acquired from a freaking homebrew. I don't know what I would have done for my senior project otherwise. But just know, you guys, that life's interesting, and you know, certain things that you do in life right now, certain things you're interested in, can change the course of your entire history. So, with that thought, you guys, I'm going to head out. Frickin' have no idea what I'm going to do for the rest of my day, but it's my day off. Maybe I'll do another stream later tonight. More than likely, that's what will happen. Probably go get a beer and do a stream tonight. Just hang out with you guys. Anyways, guys, I guess there's nothing to like and subscribe. So, I guess don't like it up, subscribe it up until there's a video out, but thanks for watching, you guys. You guys are rocking. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later tonight. Peace out, crew.